Gotta get a damn good show for y'all. Gotta dig it a damn good show for y'all. Oh God, is it a good show? And boom, there we go. $5 or more will get you a fucking video. Alright. First thing is black conservative perspective. Fuck it. Everyone can come in as they see fit.
The UNC system is about to change how all of its campuses address DEI. The Board of Governors plans to vote tomorrow on a new policy that would replace current guidelines on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Today, Democrats made a last...
Oh, I heard. And Democrats are completely flummoxed.
...minute push to try to stop them. WRAL's Eric Miller is live tonight. And Eric, they say that there are some major benefits of these policies.
Donald Trump sold out an area of the country that hasn't voted Republican in 100 fucking years. It's over.
Deborah, Democrats trotted out some pretty impressive numbers here, including a 30% increase in successful graduations for minority students after DEI was implemented. They cite the UNC system's own numbers for that, and they say it's not the only benefit. Speaking inside the legislative building Wednesday, Democrats say it's maddening. The weeks-long push by Republicans, including those on the UNC System Board of Governors, to repeal DEI policies.
It is troubling to see the continued...
I mean, do I think he's going to win New York? I'm pretty sure no, but I don't know. Then I see insane things like this, like he has a massive rally of support in AOC's own district. All I will say is if he flips New York on election night, it's over. It's done. It's finished. It's over.
New politics being played with important state institutions.
Democratic leaders argue DEI has made students from an increasingly diverse North Carolina feel welcome in the state's higher institutions.
Is this what we're all scared of?
And Representative Maria Cervania says it's not just student success at risk. The Wake County Democrat says repealing DEI policies could drive new businesses to other states.
I talked to legislators in Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, except nobody gives a shit about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Especially if I'm running a business, can you make me money? That's all I care about. Can you make me fucking money? I don't give a shit if you're a white, you're black, Asian, whatever, male, female, gay, straight, lesbian, bi. That's about all the combinations that there actually are. I take that back. I don't care if you're polyamorous. I don't care if you fuck your own sister. If you make me money, I'll hire you.
Georgia, they're telling me, you keep going this way, we're already going after your future industry.
The press conference comes after weeks of sometimes bitter debate around DEI. UNC Chapel Hill's Board of Trustees already stripped millions in funding for DEI programs from next year's budget. And the UNC System Board of Governors, whose 24 million...
Look at that girl's ass. Excuse me, I gotta replay that.
in funding for DEI programs from next year's budget. And
Look at that chick in the yellow. Look at
the
that
UNC
ass.
System Board of Governors, whose 24 members are appointed by the Republican-controlled state legislature, is less than 24 hours away from repealing
What? It's college. She's over 18.
DEI policies system-wide.
The next day.
Dozens of students tried this morning to get inside the UNC Board of Governors meeting. Space was limited. Many waited outside and protested against changes to the DEI policy.
Why are these people wearing masks? Jesus Christ, you're young. You'll be you were fine. God damn it. What has college turned into? They're still wearing masks. Oh my
The UNC Board of Governors
God.
voting today to reverse and replace its DEI policy.
Boy. The only thing I do is say you can't wear your fucking mask anymore. Deal with it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta tell you guys, days like today make me proud to be a North Carolinian.
We didn't need to wear masks then. We don't need to wear masks now. The scamdemic was always that, a scam. Coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it, was never that deadly. The numbers were way inflated. Stop wearing a fucking mask,
Because the-
you fucking pussies.
North Carolina GOP is setting an example for how to move forward with cutting waste, fraud, and abuse in the state, things that we are paying for, okay? Our taxpayer dollars are funding that, quite honestly, we should not be funding, okay? We are funding a lot of hate and division, and the worst part about it is
What freedoms?
that we don't even know what the outcomes are of the things that we are funding, okay? And what I'm talking about are these woke initiatives like diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now,
Would you like to know that COVID was never that big of a deal? I can educate you on that music combo.
last time I talked about this topic, okay, it involved UNC Chapel Hill and the UNC Board of Trustees.
And I can expertly explain to you why the numbers were overly inflated, if you like.
Announcing that they're going to move to abolish DEI for the university system in the state after the communist activists took over UNC Chapel Hill's campus and took down the American flag and replaced it with a Palestinian flag, okay? For whatever reason, that actually lit a fire under the butts of the Republicans.
You know, I mean, when you start calling people that came into the hospital with a gunshot to the temple, but they tested positive for COVID as a COVID death, yeah, I think COVID's bullshit. It's a flu. But they were that desperate to get Trump out of office. But guess what? There's one bad thing with that trick. You can only do it once.
Actually understand that, hey, you know what? We need to do something about this, right? We need to actually stand up to the communists that have taken over our universities, and we need to try to move the needle back to some form of law and order, okay, and common sense within our university system, because our universities, even the best universities in the country, right?
I didn't say COVID was the flu. I said COVID was like the flu. AKA, you get it, 99 times out of 100 you're surviving it. Okay? Most of the people that died were people that were 5 minutes from death's door.
Have been taken over by...
This was not a disease that could take a normal, healthy man like me or you and bring them down to nothing. Now, I am done entertaining this.
Marxist communist ideologies, and we are seeing the product of that today, okay, with all of these riots and protests. So yeah, they decided that they were going to abolish DEI and take those funds. Now we're going to talk about how much money they're spending on this, okay? And again, part of the reason why I agree with this cut is because they don't really know how much they're spending.
You know what? And I will say one final thing on this. I'll take a page out of old Cenk Uygur, Google it.
On it, which again is just par for the course when it comes to these government programs. But anyways, they're going to take those funds and they're going to use it to fund the police.
Marty, what went into that?
Yeah, and I remember my debate with Music Combo, and I kicked his ass.
That decision. Look first of all at the DEI side. What went into the decision there to take money out of those programs?
Sure. You know, I'm glad to be here.
Again, I made the claim. You guys are the ones that have to counteract me. I don't have to come with 8 million sources. I'm not doing a documentary or... Yeah, fuck this. I'm done.
With you, Stuart.
Google it. Either counter my narrative or shut the fuck up.
A lot of these DI programs were implemented after the 2020 period of unrest.
You know what? Anytime I see citation, I'm just going to ignore it. Either give me a counter argument or shut the fuck up.
Yep.
And at the same time, there were calls for defunding of the police. Part of the issue is that they're reactive, feel-good measures.
Because here's the really fucking fun part. Anytime any of these jackasses that say citation needed or citation can actually give me any counter arguments.
Not have clear metrics. There was a lot of vilification of police, which led to difficulty in retaining and recruiting police officers, along with undue influence by politicians into police matters, resulting in a lack of law and order. And when we get to a point where we need to have a fence around the U.S. flag, something is terribly wrong.
Yeah. You pulled back on DEI and you gave money to police officers, campus police officers. I would expect you've gotten a lot of pushback on this. Have you?
Actually, we've gotten a lot of support out there for this. A lot of people feeling like the pendulum is finally swinging back.
Nope. I make a claim, the burden of proof is on you to prove me wrong.
When
APWW. Come on, APWW, we used to be buddies. But if you want to fight, then let's fight.
it's considered unacceptable to misuse someone's preferred pronouns, but it's okay to scream obscenities and throw bottles at law enforcement, use a bullhorn in their faces, threaten them, push and shove and hit them, vandalize property, even tell an officer, you know, where their wife works in an effort to intimidate them. Something, you know, has gone wrong. This is Antifa.
And actually, that's when the officer should have been able to beat the shit out of that guy.
Antifa, Redneck Revolt, Anarchy.
Yeah, except Antifa, well, let's call Antifa what they are. Fascists! Antifa are no different than the Nazi brown shirts. Yeah, all you fucking college Antifa faggots, you're no different than the Nazi brown shirts. The only difference, I take that back. You're no different in tactics. The only difference is you don't hate Jews at the moment. You're damn near there, by the way. Like I've always said, Antifa is fascist. Antifa are fascists.
anarchists, Democrats, socialists, are all part of these groups involved in the disturbances. They're using our students as shields for their activities, and law enforcement is used as a punching bag. But this week, the board showed that it believes more in unity than divisiveness, and that we strong.
Good. I'm sorry, these kids need to be arrested. I'm not saying thrown in prison or in jail, but they need to be arrested. Send them to the clink for a night.
Strongly support our law enforcement, and our actions demonstrate that we also want to support a meritocracy and prevent this socialist Marxist environment of equal outcomes. We believe in equal opportunity,
which I wholeheartedly agree with. Okay, I agree with 100%. But you know the people who don't agree with it? Democrats don't agree with it. Okay, in fact, they're out here boohoo, whining, and crying, talking about all the jobs that are going to be lost due to DEI being cut from these university systems, which I don't believe. Right? I don't believe anybody's going to lose their job, or that employers are going to leave North Carolina because they don't have DEI programs at the universities. I think that's really stupid. I think that's really silly. But then again, now that I think about it, I guess you could argue that all of the people, or some of the people that strictly do DEI work, okay, they'll lose their jobs. But hey, you know, they'll be reassigned or something like that. They'll be all right.
I hope they actually end up penniless.
Okay, I'm praying for them, but I'm just saying, you know, I mean, that could possibly be what happens, right? Some people could lose their job if all they do, again, is DEI work. So I kind of understand that point. But again, that doesn't stop the woke communists who have been brainwashed with the ideology that we need to push back against in these universities from showing up outside of this meeting by the UNC Board of Trustees to vote on defunding DEI. They showed up to protest and they ended up getting arrested. Take a look.
These are the Rolls Royce of instant noodles.
These are Momofuku noodles, air dried, never fried, and made with the simplest ingredients.
A 5-star dinner.
Oh my God, what is it with all these students wearing masks? They want to fight a revolution. They can't even breathe the air without a mask. If these young kids want to fight, oh God, it'll be painfully short. Good, and have them beaten too.
They stand for oppression. They stand for colonization. They stand for discrimination. The police will never ignore us. We are for power. We are for peace. We are for love.
Somebody punch that black son of a bitch in the face.
They are for discrimination. They are for...
Yeah, because Lord knows you're not fighting anything, boy.
And they are for intimidation. That is what we're here for. We're here for love. They are directly opposed to love. They are...
God, why are these people still wearing masks?
Diametrically opposed to love.
Don't push her, Sarah.
Oh God, smash that fucking cunt's head against the wall. Oh geez, the cops had to get a little rough with you. Where? Well, geez, now you're resisting arrest. A big shock. You're getting arrested. You dumb, stupid, black son of a bitch. He's lucky he's not arrested my way, which would be pipes to the kneecaps. Do these idiot students know what from the river to the sea means? Ah, fuck it. Why not? Let's open up the goddamn lines. All right, Music Combo, you think I'm wrong on COVID? You think I'm wrong on this? We'll find out. We will find out. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'm being a bit too hasty.
Yeah, so what do we have here, right? We have communist activists who...
Ah, fuck it. Why not? Let's fight. What the hell? Alright, let's see what kind of... see what we have. I'm only taking people one-on-one, so... whoever gets here, it's first come, first serve. Hello, Music Combo.
Alright, hey Dave. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Alright. I mean, you know, you keep making the comparison of COVID to flu, but I mean...
well, it was a flu. It was just a bad flu.
Do you
and
know...
in fact, the flu, every single one of those years, killed more people.
But do you know how coronavirus even works?
I don't know, and I don't care. I just care about its lethality. The coronavirus numbers were way inflated, my dude.
I mean, pick an argument.
Do you still wear a mask?
Sometimes, yeah, because I have long COVID.
Oh, God.
Listen. The numbers...
why are you so scared? Why are you so fucking scared of this? You are, if you get it, you are going to survive. You'll be fine.
Are people who are, I don't know, disabled with POTS? I don't know.
You are
they
not
scared of
disabled,
getting
my
worse, or-
friend. I've talked
God.
to you. I've seen you. You're a
Because
fully
I'm one of the
capable.
lucky cases.
You're a fully capable man.
I'm not a man, and I'm
You're
one of
not
the
a
lucky
man.
cases. Yeah, I'm not a
You
man.
pee standing up like I do.
What does that even matter?
Do you have a dick?
I'm talking about gender, dumbass. I'm talking about gender.
There's
but
only two genders.
regardless-
Either you're male or female. You're
well,
male.
I refuse. I refuse to fit in your box. Anyways.
Oh, of course you do.
Coronavirus,
Like you refuse to accept the reality that COVID was never a dangerous disease.
Dave, the numbers for COVID's lethality were horrific, and that's not even not
they weren't.
the only part. That's not the
Over
only part of the
3
picture.
years, the best throwing everything at the wall estimate was it killed 1 million people
Honey,
over
honey,
3
honey.
years.
Honey, sweetie, I'm having trouble hearing because you're blowing out your microphone. Can you please talk humbly.
I'm sorry a man screaming triggers you, sweetie.
No,
So
it's
let
not
me
triggering.
lay this
I
down.
literally can't hear
Over
you.
3 years, over 3 fucking years, COVID only killed 1 million people.
Hold on. My mic fell. 1 second. Where's my mic go? Alright. Dave, it's not. Sorry, my microphone fell. It's not that. I'm so scared you're laughing your drunk ass off. It's literally that you're not. Like, your microphone is not picking up on you because you're screaming so loudly. I can't hear
Not
you.
according to my levels or my chat. I've had the same microphone levels for about 700 broadcasts or more.
All right.
So shut the fuck up on that.
I'm not even trying to insult you.
You're not
I'm
even.
just
You're
telling you.
you're just coming up with excuses because you don't have an argument.
I am literally just telling you I couldn't hear you. I know what your
You're
argument
literally
is.
lying.
No,
yes, you could. Or your equipment sucks.
I know what your argument is. Your argument is essentially over 3 years, coronavirus deaths are highly inflated and or highly exaggerated. You've been saying the same thing over and over again. It's not me trying to dodge your point that you're trying to make. Why would I be doing that?
Why do I
literally
engage
am
with retards? Why
Yeah,
do
go
I
ahead.
do this to myself?
So, I just told you I know what your point is. Like, the very reason that I came on is because I've heard your points, and I vehemently disagree with you.
Okay, great. You disagree with me. Unless you have something else
over
to
7
offer,
million.
what the fuck? What's the fucking
Right.
point of me having you on?
Well, I was trying to talk earlier. So aside from the over 7 million deaths worldwide,
Oh my
coronavirus
God!
is also
7 million deaths worldwide. I bet you $20 in the 3 bullshit years we had to deal with the bullshit of COVID. More people died from car accidents than COVID.
car accidents? Wait a second, you're talking about
You know,
car
it's one of those things like you leftists like to drag out, like when it comes to gun deaths.
Car accidents when people are driving much less when things are shut down? Are you hearing yourself right now, man?
I don't remember a noticeable drop in traffic when I was
I
during peak
noticed it.
COVID.
You are always complaining about people working at home. What is wrong with you? Anyways, the coronavirus is not only a very lethal virus, it's also very disabling.
No, it is not.
You're not even letting me make my point. You're saying,
Yeah, you're gonna
oh
say
my
it because
God.
you're such a fucking pathetic piece of shit right now. Because you have long COVID. That's why you can't have a job.
No, I told you I did. You admitted I have the most glorified part-time job there is. So
okay, so you have a job. Great.
Yes.
So obviously you got the fuck over COVID because you said you had it.
Dave, just because I work, that doesn't mean I don't have to take meds for brain fog, for neuropathy, for
So
my
an exercise
being
regimen
chronically
couldn't possibly help.
Dave,
An exercise
I'm
regimen
normal.
couldn't possibly help that.
I'm normal.
No,
even
you're just
underweight.
you're crying, you're whining, and yeah, COVID was never that big of a deal.
Can I just, like, even if you disagree with me, can you just hear me out for 1 second? Because
Sure.
I'm not. So
Are you gonna
I'm
hear? Tell you what. I
Okay.
will hear anything you have to say if you hear anything I have to say in return.
Okay. I would prefer
All
that,
right.
honestly. I would prefer that.
Fine.
Okay. So I'm actually going to put aside the number of deaths and the number of disabilities. We're actually going to put that aside for a second. I'm going to talk about COVID just real quick from a purely, let's say, factual, how it works sort of way. So you've heard what the ACE2 receptor is. I'm not saying you necessarily have to know what it is. Many people don't, but like when the virus first started, let's say, spreading around the world, right? We can agree with that. You were hearing all these medical experts talking about, oh, the coronavirus infects your lungs via this receptor in your cells called ACE2, right? You heard about that, I'm assuming.
Yes, I did. And I also heard, and still know, it is less of a big deal than standard pneumonia, which most people have had.
So I'm actually not comparing COVID to pneumonia or other diseases right now. That was my deal.
Pneumonia kills people. That's what my grandfather officially
Well,
died
yeah.
of.
No, yeah, pneumonia is. I'm not saying pneumonia is not deadly. I was saying a moment ago. I'm putting aside
Except original OG COVID was less deadly, and actually the OG COVID-15 was less deadly than pneumonia. Again, this is at the same point when Anthony Fauci is saying, or maybe this is actually before he's saying it. Maybe this is when he's still saying there won't be a pandemic. Oh, don't buy the fucking mask, which you people religiously still diaper your face with.
Oh yeah, no, I do remember that from Fauci. I think that was. I'm trying to remember if that was some impulsive. It was some comment regarding the scientists weren't sure whether or not the scientific literature backed mask wearing or anything.
No, it was. You want to know my true thought on coronavirus?
Sure. I mean, if I hear your true thoughts, can we get back to what I was saying?
You know what? Go with what you were saying, and then I'll end our segment with my thoughts. All right.
Okay, fair. That's fair enough. So what I'm just gonna talk about real quick is, as I'm not trying to compare coronavirus to any other disease. I'm not talking about how necessarily lethal it is. I'm not talking about how disabling it is. I'm just talking about how it works, even from a theoretical perspective, right? So you heard of what ACE2 receptors are. Cool. Most people don't know what they are. Most people don't know what they stand for. This is not me trying to say, oh, you're dumb for not knowing what this is. I'm just simply a nerd who read too much into this shit just because I wanted to have some semblance of sense out of our lives changing drastically. Which, by the way, I do have empathy for people like you, everyone. Like, our lives being upended just out of nowhere, suddenly, abruptly. I understand the drive to try to make sense out of it, or say, this is bullshit. Why is my life suddenly so different outside my control? I can understand that. My response was, okay, well, what is ACE2? Okay, so ACE2, without getting into necessarily what it stands for, I mean, I could, but it's not relevant. ACE2 is a receptor that actually is part of a system in your body that actually helps regulate your blood pressure and the balances of fluid in your bloodstream. So, when coronavirus attaches its spike protein onto the ACE2 receptors on the outer walls of your cells, it's theoretically is going to screw around with your blood pressure. And yes, ACE2 receptors are found inside your lungs, which is why, SARS-CoV-2, it's a respiratory syndrome. It turns out that ACE2 receptors are also found.
All right. I've given you enough rope.
Okay. All right, but I mean,
sorry. No, you're done.
Well, what did you want to say? What are your
No,
feelings on masks?
just you're done. I'm not going to
Okay.
have this turn into a 45-minute science class lecture. Okay?
I was
You're
almost over, but
you're done.
okay. What were you gonna say about your real feelings about like the pandemic and masking then?
I think masking was an absolute mistake. I think the pandemic was an absolute mistake. I think it was a complete failure. I think it was the one time we gave into fear when we shouldn't have. Thank God the next time this stupid bullshit will roll around, the American people will most likely tell everyone to fuck off. I hope the CDC gets shut down. I hope everything gets shut down. I hope masks are burned in a goddamn wild bonfire. We can dance around it in an eyes wide shut sex orgy. Again, you're trying to take it into a 7th grade science class. I'm saying your time on my channel is done.
Can I ask one last question then before I head off?
Oh, fine. Fuck it. Yes.
Just one last question just for you. If there is a pandemic in the future where there is something, let's take what your feelings.
All right, you know what?
Way more deadly than coronavirus. Way more deadly. If a pandemic like that happens in the future, how would you respond to that?
I would not do a goddamn thing. I would rather face death than wearing a diaper on my mask again, on my face again. I would rather die than mask up again.
Okay.
And I said that to you the last time we debated about the masks.
Yeah, I do remember.
I'm not afraid of death. I don't know if you are. I'm not afraid of death. Death's coming. There's nothing we can do to avoid it.
I mean, sure. I mean, but like what,
you have the cure for death?
No. I'm saying I would like our medical system to be as on top of things as possible to give people.
I would too.
Yeah.
But we're gonna die. And I am not gonna spend my life, wincing and whining about minor medical things. That's why I think restaurants should be able to have smoking back in there. And let it be a place-by-place basis rather than a state blanket ban. Yeah, smoking's banned. Secondhand smoke might be banned, but guess what? Get another job or, a lot of people breathe secondhand smoke and they're in their fucking 90s right now, so piss off. All right, you're done.
Okay. All right. I mean, I guess, I don't know. If I have time to say one quick last thing, it's less that I'm scared of death and more I kind of want to live a happy, productive life that's not marred by
Except
long
everyone
COVID.
dies.
I just said I'm not concerned about death as much as I'm concerned about living a happy,
No,
healthy, productive life.
Whatever. All right, I
Okay.
guess we'll go to Jerry Pie. All right.
Okay. I don't know what that was.
That I don't either.
Do any of your mods actually want to argue with me or something? I know Pooter was wanting to have a word with me or two last stream. That might be entertaining. But it's up to you. It's your show.
Yeah, you're out of here.
Okay.
All right, I guess we have Mitchell Wick over there.
Wick, you talked to me before, brother. You said you were going to remember.
I think I remember you.
You think you remember me? Yeah. Sorry, my camera won't work for some reason. What's good, brother? How you doing?
Not too bad. What's on your mind?
There's quite a bit on my mind. I'm very curious though. Like you were talking about COVID before, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to do that conversation or want to jump onto something else?
Well, if you want to go for COVID, that's fine.
Cool. Smoking's bad. COVID was bad. Long COVID's even worse. Simple.
Okay.
Cool. I'm glad we agree.
I think COVID is not that big of a deal. I don't think long COVID exists. And smoking, while if you smoke cigarettes is bad, cigars, not that big of a deal.
It's still tobacco. It's still bad for you. All right. You're still
And
inhaling.
weed is what? Weed is what?
I'm not even talking about weed.
Weed
right
is
now, did
what?
I didn't talk about weed right now, did I?
You said smoking.
Yeah, I said smoking. But I didn't talk about weed right now, was I?
No.
I was literally
Smoking
talking
is
about.
smoking.
I was literally talking
Smoking
about.
is smoking.
Yeah, smoking is smoking. That's true. And I said cigars are just as bad as cigarettes.
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
you're still inhaling. Yes, they are. You are just
weed is
you are
just as bad
inhaling.
as weed is just as
you
bad
are
as cigarettes
inhaling.
because you inhale it.
Do you hear me arguing about that? Am I saying that? Did I say opposite of that?
So you denounce weed smoking then?
Do I not? No, I don't. Weed is based, brother.
Oh, so it's only tobacco. It's a difference in plants.
I mean, yeah, it's a big difference in plants, but like cigarettes themselves, I think Underhaven actually beat me to it, which is that they're engineered to be addictive. And for cigars, you're already inhaling, foreign substances.
Actually, you don't inhale cigar smoke.
Brother, yes, you do.
No, you don't.
You just taste it in your mouth. You just inhale a little bit.
No, you literally
No?
you don't inhale it.
You don't inhale it. What do you do with it? Just look cool.
You basically have it in your mouth and you blow it out.
Okay, so you just inhale a little bit. Got it.
All right, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that like there's not this microscopic gnat's ass that. But no.
Yeah, so you still inhale
You
it.
don't
All right.
inhale. You don't inhale cigar smoke.
All right. Not sure.
I'm
sure that's not one.
all right. I'll clarify. You don't inhale
Go
like
ahead, brother.
cigarettes, or you don't inhale like a marijuana joint.
How do you inhale a marijuana joint?
You light the motherfucker, you smoke the motherfucker, you inhale the marijuana smoke.
Let me clarify. Let me clarify my question for you. All right, because it seems like
Well,
you
no.
Let me finish.
No. Let's
Yeah,
get
okay,
that-
keep it
let's
up.
get that- no, okay, I'm gonna play
Alright.
a card. It's
You
my
play a card?
show. Shut the fuck up. Answer my question.
You know what? I'll be nice. Go ahead.
Well, even if you're not nice, I'll just kick you off the show.
That'd be a damn shame for you then, son.
I don't really care.
You don't. Your audience does, though.
Do you consider there a difference between inhaling tobacco smoke or marijuana smoke, and do you think there's a difference between the two the two plants?
Clarifying question. All right.
Basically.
You talking about clarifying question from me.
All right.
You talking about cigarette smoke or like just tobacco itself? Big difference between the two.
All right. Well, here's the thing. Cigars have been prepared the same way they have been prepared since time immemorial.
Smoking tobacco, yes.
Cigarettes specifically, yes, they have had shit added to them.
Which is bad.
I'm not gonna deny that, and yeah, it's bad, and yes, it's addictive, and yada yada yada. And also, I will say to any person that's getting into cigars, do not buy shit like Swisher Sweets, Dutch Brothers, any of that shit, because they take up the like all the cuttings and all that shit and make them into cigars, and they add shit to them. So get yourself a nice natural tobacco leaf cigar.
Remember, also don't inhale.
And that too.
All right. So, like I said, clarifying question here, since this is what you want to talk about now. Like, we talking about cigarette smoking? We talking about cigar smoking? We talking about weed smoking, right?
Let's just go. You know what? Let's throw cigarettes out. Let's just go cigar versus pot.
Okay. So look, weed, you have a significantly lower amount or like chance to get cancer through weed than you do tobacco. Do I care about either of them? I don't give a fuck.
Cigars are pretty hard to, and also don't a lot of rap stars put weed in cigars? You know,
Cigarellos, like the cigarello wrappings.
I believe blunts are the preferred choice.
Brother, I was just answering a question. Yeah, blunts are a thing too.
Well,
you got the cigarello wrappings that a lot of
Okay,
people
the
use.
point is, okay, fine. You can get cancer through each one of them. The
Yep.
rates are up to interpretation.
No, weed, you get significantly less chance of cancer.
Fine. Great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Except we can leave you unable to drive a car where tobacco won't.
So can alcohol, brother. So.
Well, no shit!
What the fuck does it matter?
All right, what the hell are we arguing at this point?
Well, you wanted to talk about now smoking between weed and tobacco.
Believe it or not, I don't care.
Okay, cool. So
I
we want to move
mean-
on to something else? We can't, because you also brought up
Sure,
COVID. You're having a COVID conversation with somebody else.
you might as well, because this is just gonna end in a stalemate.
Yeah, I don't know why you were so constant on this one, man. Look, all right, look, you want to have an open conversation about something then?
Go for it.
All right. I'm curious about this. I'm curious about this because I've been watching your show for a little bit now. Why are you so? I'm just gonna come out and say, man, you come out and you are very aggressive against black women, black people too, but primarily black women. Why is that?
All right, I'll give you a best of an answer as I can.
Okay.
Well, one, typically you're also seeing a skewed version of me as the human being because I react to videos. So
Okay.
there's that.
So do I. Cool. Congratulations. Come visit me at Raptor Blue at twitch.tv. Don't give a fuck.
The other thing is quite frankly, a lot of them, well, they act like men.
Meaning what?
They act very masculine, extremely aggressive, extremely standoffish, not knowing when to just leave it the fuck alone. Like, what do you want to hear?
All right, man. So, like, is this from like videos or something? Like, what do you mean? Because you say it's a skewed perspective of you as a person. Cool, whatever.
Well, yeah, it's mainly from the videos that I react to. So
Yeah. So, can't you also be getting a skewed perspective of your interpretation of black women?
I mean, possibly. Well,
Yeah, you think the
also
algo? You think the algo?
Whoa. You
Go ahead.
also have to think, is the guy that's on camera right now, is that the way I am in real life?
About you? Is that you're like pointing
Yeah.
at yourself directly, right? Okay. I don't give a fuck. Right? All I know is you through your videos, right? So that's
All right,
all I can
all right,
that's all
okay.
I'm perceptive of, okay? Now look. What I'm talking about is shit you're reacting to. These are the TikToks, these are the YouTube shorts. You think your algo might be presenting you with more racist content because you react to these and you watch them?
I would love to know where it's racist, considering that black women would dominate about 90% of the content. I'm only reacting to the content that they produce.
They, as in black women, or the person you're watching?
No, they, as in black women, are generating the content that I'm reacting to.
Yeah, so that's not true though, because we look at it and you're sitting there watching shit like Fresh and Fit, or whatever podcast, right?
Oh, well,
and now,
what race are Fresh and Fit? What race are Fresh and Fit? What race are Fresh and Fit? What race are Fresh and Fit?
Brother, they can still be racist, brother. I don't give a fuck. They're still
racist. Oh, by the way, Fresh and Fit are blacker than the fucking goddamn dark side of the moon.
Cool, I'm as black as them. I don't give a fuck. Fresh and Fit are trash.
And
they
they're
racist trash is yeah, because it's racist trash.
By the way, when
like
the fuck was the last time I went after Fresh and Fit, or had them on the show, or did a reaction to them?
Man, I don't know your shit. I don't know the last time you watched them. I don't look at the titles of the clips you pull up. You got shit like the whatever podcast. You got that weird white guy that just sits there and watch for a little bit. I'm pointing out what you do, brother.
You literally just
I'm pointing out what you do.
You literally said that you've grown to my videos, you've known my videos, you watch my videos all the time, and
I skim through them.
And you couldn't tell me the last time I had Fresh and Fit on.
You want me to go look right now? You want me to go look right now?
You're done.
No, you want me to go?
By the way, he'd have to go back about a month, I think is the last time I did Fresh and Fit. I'm going to leave you guys with some entertainment and go pee, and I'll be right back. All right, now I gotta go with Possum 3. They've actually been here longer than Underhavens. Hello.
David.
Oh, it's Altered Rin, I think.
It's Possum. Sorry, I'm plugging in a fan. 1 second.
Yeah. What do you want?
Why are you so weird about women, bro?
I'm not. What do you want?
You literally are. Every time like a woman shows up somewhere, you froth at the mouth, and you're like, you gotta say something weird.
I'd love for you to provide me evidence of that, but
bro, have you seen half of your cooking videos? You got like weird lesbians in the thumbnail, and like you got like you like name them after like weird celebrities who like you have never interacted with. and you're like, and then she like sniffed her own farts at the end, and I'm like, I don't know why she did that.
It almost might be like when I do Dave Chef to the Stars, that's a joke.
But why is it always women? How come you don't do like Dave Chef to like I don't know?
No, because I'm a heterosexual male.
Yeah, you could make home food for your homies. You can make food for boys. It's like actually never mind. But like, you could. Why do you never do like Dave, like chef to like Sylvester Stallone, and like at the end we like went up to the bar and got bitches.
Believe it or not, that is one of the future ones, but I don't know. It's just a lot better with the chicks.
But they're not real, Dave. You don't get chicks. When's the last time you got
one?
puss?
How do you know? Two,
Dave, have you looked in a mirror lately? Like, come on.
When was the last time you got fucking laid, you fucking tranny?
I can give you it was like a couple weeks ago. It was a few weeks ago.
Great, had to get a diagram out for it.
I'd look at a calendar. And then it'll probably happen like tonight, so.
Oh, good. Then why the fuck you talking to me? Make your little boo a good meal.
I am. It's cooking right now. I got beans going.
Good. Get off.
Like, no. I mean, that's what I plan to do, David. But like, why you have to be like? Why can't you just like? And every time like a woman like shows up, you're like, gotta make some gross comment about her looks. Like, why can't you just like talk to them like they're human beings?
When in the hell have I ever done that?
Like literally anytime. It's on the bingo card, David. It's basically a free space on the bingo card.
You mean the videos that I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Gee, it's not like I'm making fun of them.
Yeah, but
and also, I know you forgot this part as a man, but men make comments about women's bodies. I know that is shocking to you.
I have some guy friends who don't do that, and I'm like,
yeah, they're fucking pussies.
Like, no, they're normal, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Men make comments about women's bodies. Also, I'm a commentator. Also, so what? You're a lesbian?
Yeah. I also like. I get fucking sexually harassed all the time by men when I go outside.
Really?
Yeah. I had some dude grind on me the other night.
Grind on you?
Yeah, and another guy grabbed my ass. Another
all
guy.
Right, I'm just gonna assume you're making shit up at this point.
No,
all
this
right,
is all true. I can tell. I can give you the exact date and location of all these.
Nobody fucking grinded on her. Nobody fucking grabbed her ass. She's lying. All right, Michael, you've had your fun with this stream. Next stream, you can come in. So now it leaves me with 3 opponents. Ah, hell. All right, Iron Gullet, what the hell you want?
Oh, just to clarify, you watched Fresh and Fit 2 days ago.
Yippee. What do you want?
You're wrong. What would you like me to explain to you today?
Whatever is on your tiny little mind.
You want to talk about guns again?
Sure, why not?
Okay, why do you pretend to know a lot about guns when you don't?
I don't have to know a lot about guns. All I know is I know more than you.
That's not true. Just factually. How much training have you had?
More than you.
What training have you had specifically?
Don't need to get into it. Would you get to your point?
Oh, why don't you want to talk about it?
Because I'm not doing this. Get to your point. Get to your argument. You wanted to talk about guns. Now, what the fuck did you want to talk about?
I don't even think we disagree that much on gun laws.
Great. So
Other
you don't need to
than-
be on. Goodbye.
Yeah, I wasn't done talking, so would you like to continue?
Sure. Where do we disagree?
Are you going to keep kicking me?
I'm not.
Okay, that's something weird on your end.
It might be on your end, buddy. What
Hey,
do you
so
want
why
to
would-
talk about?
It's in the morning the other day.
What do you want to talk about?
Why were you at Walmart at like 6 in the morning when you posted that short about Paris Hilton?
I'll let you figure that out.
Were you working?
Nope.
That's weird. Why were you? Do you go grocery shopping that early?
Yeah,
Well, that's weird. I thought you had a job.
I do.
So, would you go before work or something?
Nope.
Sounds made up, but that's fine.
Well, you can believe what you want.
So,
Anything else?
you want to talk about you being racist? Because you said the other day nobody would ever want to see a black woman naked.
Couldn't possibly be that I was joking.
Didn't sound like a joke.
Oh, to you.
Are you repulsed by black women? And by that, in any women?
You know the answer to both questions. I'm not going to answer it. So.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you are repulsed by women. That makes sense. So why you want to treat them so horribly and say such awful things about them?
And how's your dick getting worked, White Knight?
Dave, I had sex less than 12 hours ago.
Then why the fuck you talking to me? Go get laid again.
She's not here. She's at work.
Oh, on a 12-hour shift?
No, she works the evenings.
On a 12-hour shift.
She doesn't work 12-hour shifts, no. Like 4
What
to
do you
10
then what do you
today?
care? And 4 to 10 is not a shift unless she's part-time.
She's a manager, so she kind of
So that
sets her
would
own hours
be
and goes there when
so
she needs
that
to.
would be full-time, so that would not be 4 to 10.
You know, people work different hours on different days, right? I mean, people who have jobs know that.
Full-time people work 8 hours a day.
That's Dave. No, they don't. Not necessarily. Different days
Okay.
need different schedules.
Full-time people work at least 8 hours a day.
Dave, I work 12 hours. Am I not full time?
Yeah, but you work fewer days.
Oh,
do
well, you said
not?
no. You said full time people have to work 8 hours, so I'm not full time if I work 12 hours.
Oh my god.
All right,
We're
you know what? We'll change
talking
the
about
subject
the
'cause you're
minimum.
uncomfortable. We're talking. You got uncomfortable. We'll change the subject.
We're talking about the minimum.
Yeah, you have to work 40 hours in most places. Some places
Yes.
a little less to be considered full time.
So you have to work at a minimum 5 8-hour days.
So you couldn't work less hours one day and more hours another day to equal 40.
You're right, sweetheart. You could.
Why are you calling me sweetheart?
Except 99% of places don't do that. They don't play that game.
They don't play that. How is it a game? What's it a game?
They don't play that game, motherfucker.
Okay. Here, we'll change the subject again because you're uncomfortable about talking about jobs. That's fine. I get it. The other day, you said the real speech professor's daughter was going to grow up to be a whore because he didn't beat her and yell at her.
No, I said she would grow up to be a whore because her daddy is a goddamn simp and would do nothing to stop his daughter from making incredibly bad choices.
Okay, then here's my question I want to ask. Do you think your niece is going to grow up the same way if you don't agree with how your siblings raise their kids?
No, she won't.
Why?
Because one, she'll still have some fucking pride, and two, she'll realize that sexuality is something to be somewhat reserved.
That's a weird way to think about children.
Do you just sit here and want to ask me questions and just try to trap me or something?
Dave, you're describing a conversation.
Yeah, and here's the thing. No matter what answer I give, you're just, in your little pussy-ass way, going to try to dilute it. So, guess what? As of right now, I'm never talking to you again. Again, I'm fine with you having an argument given against me. And the argument I presented against the real speech professor was one based in fact. Because we've already seen it.
All right, what's up? You want to finish the conversation now?
I didn't kick you.
I
was going to. I was going to, actually. But I haven't. And honestly, this gives me much more pleasure. Because now, at least, I get to fucking kick you. Goodbye, you're done. Alright, sorry, Power Falcon. I know you were before Underhaven, but...
Dave, when you're ready, we can finish our conversation.
You're done. Gone.
Oh my. Well, what's up? How you doing? Quite the evening tonight. You keep saying that you won't open these ever again, and then
I always fucking do.
Yeah, I know.
Like I say, I won't. I won't fucking bring up Jay again. But then I go to his. Did you see his last stream?
Yeah, I did watch that. What in particular grinded your gears about it?
His whole stream was nothing but me. I haven't brought that motherfucker up in I don't know how long. And look, I don't care. This isn't a pity play. I don't care. But it's like, who's really pathetic at this point? A guy that doesn't give a shit what you do. You haven't just moved on. Really, there's nothing else. Well, I don't know. Maybe I tell you what. I will bring him back if Donald Trump wins 2024.
What will you bring back? You'll start talking about Jake again?
No, I will cover his stream because I want to see that fucking leftist cocksucker's tears.
Well, I think if you're going to interact with him, because I think the whole like responding to each other's like videos can get a little bit old after a while. I think I'd like to see you guys have more live conversations if you're going to continue to like get back into that. But because I feel like that's more productive when you guys actually get to talk to each other, and I feel like everyone finds that to be more interesting too. But we don't have to talk about that too much because I do actually have some questions for you. Some of them are kind of they're tough questions. I've got some tough questions for you, but I trust that you'll answer them.
Get to your damn questions.
All right. I'm just gonna come out and be entirely blunt with you, and I'm sorry if this hurts your feelings. I really don't.
Just go.
Why do you make titles and like have stream titles like the one that you do right now when you yourself are one of the fats and you don't actually make a strong effort to reduce that in any way? I could understand if you were a fat dude and you were like putting in the effort every single day.
Okay, all right. Because this stream was supposed to be a J-Bay and her having a little meltdown over not having a flight attendant push her in a wheelchair over roughly a 20-yard distance.
You don't think that it looks hypocritical when you have a title like that, though, which is like a general statement about fat
Except
people?
I can move.
Yeah, and I hope that continues to stay that way. But unhealthy habits can lead you down bad pathways.
Okay, fine. I can understand. I can see the hypocrisy, but
I'm just saying.
I guess I just don't care. If you really want my brass tack feeling on it, I don't give a fuck.
Well, do you want to know why I'm telling you this?
What?
Because you're wondering like why Jake still talks about you, and it's because number one that they enjoy doing that whole dingo thing. It entertains the audience for one, so he's not going to stop doing it. It makes the people entertained, but also like you keep giving him like low hanging fruit like that to make fun of. If you cared a little bit more about how you were perceived online, just a little bit fucking more, then you wouldn't be made fun of constantly on that man's streams. But because you just don't give a fuck at all.
Except I don't give a fuck if that man makes fun of me on his stream. That's the thing.
But you did. You brought it up to me. You wouldn't have. I didn't bring up that conversation topic.
Oh my God! Do you know what the level of care was when I checked out his stream? Was, oh my God! He covered me the entire video. By the way, I made 2 streams since I discovered that, and I didn't bring that piece of trash up once.
I'm just saying, like, the only reason I bring it up
Underhaven, right now, I'm gonna ask you a favor. I'm gonna ask you a kindness.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't bring him up again. Otherwise, I'm going to think you're just working for him and you're trying to get him to bring.
So I won't bring
him up.
If you don't want me to bring him up, I won't bring up. But can I clarify something? I didn't bring him up. I didn't bring him up, man. I just want you to realize that I didn't bring him up. I didn't bring him up. That's all.
Look.
That's all I'm saying. We can move on to another topic if you want. We don't have to dwell on that.
All right, we can move on to whatever you want. We've had
All right.
an understanding.
All right. So do you really think it's impossible to like genocide Islam and other religions? Because I you mentioned that in a stream. I don't know how serious you were being about that. Do you stand by that or no?
Genocide Islam?
Yeah.
Genociding any religion is impossible.
You said the same thing about the Jews, though, because they're a religion, even though. And the reason I take issue with that.
Okay. All right. Let me clarify. The problem is with both of them, Islam and Jews. They view their religion as like a race, and they're not a race.
Well, being Jewish is an ethno-religious thing. It's not in the case of Islam, but no, I mean.
Well, I'd love to know what the hell happens if somebody tests 100% Ashkenazi Jew, and then says, "Well, I'm an atheist."
Yeah, they're secular
What the
Jews.
fuck are they? What the fuck are they? They're not Jews anymore.
Yes, no, they're still Jewish. They're still Jewish.
How?
They're secular Jews. There's non-practicing Jews. Dude, how is this news to you? Like, this is so.
They're atheists. They're just no. It's how the world works.
They're still ethnically Jewish. They're just not
Jews
they're
are
not
a
practicing.
religion. They are not a race of people.
They're okay. They're both an
Okay.
ethnicity and a religion.
Are you Jewish?
No, I'm not Jewish.
Then
I just
what
know
do you
enough
care?
about it. what do I care? Because like you're wrong. Because you literally went on a stream and said you can't technically genocide the Jews. They're a religion, and I'm just like, dude, you can't be going around saying that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Genocide Islam. They're a religion. You can't genocide the Catholics.
Okay,
They're a
look,
religion.
you might disagree with it, but by definition, like genocide does not just include ethnic groups, but also religious groups as well. And it's like, say what you want, like it's definitely a different type of genocide, but it's still a type of genocide by definition, and that's just factually true, man. I just, at the end of the day, that's what it is. And I don't want you to be saying something that's factually untrue. And you can look into it on your own time. You don't have to be like, oh, it's like, you look into it on your own time. You'll find out I'm right. Speaking of looking up things in your own time, have you looked into the USS Liberty incident that I brought up recently?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should really look into that. It's really relevant to the whole war that's going on right now. And I feel like you should definitely arm yourself with that knowledge if you're an American who's supporting the state of Israel. But all right. There's another point of contention I wanted to talk about.
Honestly, it wouldn't sway me.
It wouldn't sway you?
No, because I hate Islam that much.
But like, Israel attacked their country.
Islam started the fight.
So wait. Would you? Okay, hypothetical.
No. Move on to what you were saying. This is another battle for another day.
All right, fine. We'll talk about that another time. All right. So I noticed that you took issue once with me calling myself the last liberal, and then you started calling yourself the last liberal. Like, how are you more of a liberal than me? That's what I don't understand. That. How are you more liberal than me? That's impossible. I'm the most liberal person alive. All right. Yeah, I guess that's it. All right, one last thing I guess we can talk about.
Well, no.
No, you don't want to talk about anything else? You don't want to talk about anything else? I'll save that for next time.
You say that, but all right, let's get a few things. Let's see who drops first.
Okay.
Now,
in regards to what?
Now, in truth, I used to be a liberal, but then again, that was almost 20 years ago, the last time I called myself that. But,
long time
do we
ago.
believe that gays should have the right to marry? I vote yes.
Of course, I think we both agree with that. Yeah.
All right. Do we think that gays should adopt children? I say yes.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I agree with that. No difference of opinion, yeah. You can go ahead and ask one that you think we might disagree on, that you think is a liberal opinion.
Do you think that we should have unfettered access to our southern border? I would say no.
Unfettered access? No, I don't think anyone would say that. Like, there needs to be some. There needs to. Well, there are some people who say that, but not a lot of people. Because some people just want reform for how border control is done, and I would say I'm in those people. I want serious structural reform for how things are done, because there's a lot of inefficiencies.
Do we think men should compete against women in sport? I would say resoundingly no. Because it's also only one way. There are no trans men in men's sports because they get the crap kicked out of them.
I mean, I've seen studies to suggest that deep enough into a transition, provided weight classes are in order.
No, bullshit. You can't change bone structure.
Well, you and I are just gonna have to disagree on that, but I feel like the science is on my side.
Well, no, it's not.
All right. I mean, I don't know what to say then, man. Agree to disagree. I cited something, and you just if you're not gonna recognize it, again, maybe look it up on your own time. You could be proven wrong and pleasantly surprised in a way. Anyway,
no, I won't be. I know.
Right.
I know where that argument ends, and it ends in the death of a female athlete.
So what is that a point for you or me being more liberal? I don't understand. I don't get it. Like that's not really an inherently like. That's like more like a left versus right thing. It's not really an
Here's
inherently.
another thing to think about, and maybe
Okay.
this is why I did this ridiculous exercise. Why is it so important for you to have liberal points? Why is
It's
it so,
not.
why
I
is
just
it
think
so
it's.
horrible for you to have conservative points?
Oh no,
Why-
I mean well, I mean, the thing is like the thing is not a single good fucking talking point comes out of that fucking side nowadays. That's the big fucking issue.
Really, because
At least when it comes to the GOP, like I won't say everybody on the right is always wrong about everything. Of course, that's fucking not correct. But the GOP
really,
sucks a cock.
what's so horrible about, like, I don't know, Donald Trump's rhetoric, or why do you have this thing where everything out of, well, fuck it, my side is
Why?
just so
Because he
fucking
actually-
horrible.
What's my problem with him in particular and his campaign? Oh, I can sum it up real fucking easily.
No. What is so unreasonable? What is so wrong with my side?
You're supporting a goddamn fraud who's proven himself as a fraud. This man said that he was going to go clean up fucking Washington. He didn't do it.
No. I said, what is so wrong with my side? What is so wrong with me?
There's nothing inherently wrong with thinking differently if that's what you're trying to ask.
And
I think that you
30 seconds ago said.
I think that you're inherently wrong on several issues.
I think you literally said there's an inherently wrong thing with you if you support Donald Trump.
Yeah, because you've fallen for a fucking scam, and it should be obvious that's a scam at this point. Because, like I was trying to explain to you, he said that he was going to clean up fucking
remember
Washington.
my life a lot better under Trump, and you should too, motherfucker.
It doesn't change the fact that he fucking lied about locking up Hillary for one, and also making big fucking change in Washington, trying to
He
root out
didn't
the
lock
corruption.
up Hillary.
He just joined it. He just fucking joined it and became part of it and buddied up with those
He did
people.
not lock up Hillary.
That's the point I was trying to make to you. That was another fucking broken promise. He didn't take any fucking actions against the people now that he's saying are corrupt and currently in power. I thought the one thing that he would have maybe done is actually trying to like hold some fucking people who were in the Democrats at least accountable for the fucking shit that they were up to, including the Clintons. But he didn't even have them fucking investigated. Wasn't even able to fucking have that fucking shit accomplished.
Yes, because according to decorum, we don't do that shit.
Well, he said he was going to do it. Right on stage. And that convinced a lot of people to vote for him, too. Because they thought they were going to see some real fucking change
And then
in
it was
Washington.
like, well, no, let's just let her fade off into irrelevancy.
And now you guys are falling for the same shit. He's putting out the same fucking things, saying that he's gonna clean things up. It's gonna be greater than ever. But he already had his opportunity to do that. And regardless of whether people think there's meddling in the election or not, like that happened under his administration. So what makes you think it's gonna be any different this time if that fucking happened last time? You know what I'm fucking saying? It doesn't even track for fucking proper logic. Even if you fall for the GOP's talking points, it just it's a house of cards.
All right. I've given you more than enough. I'm done.
All right. Yeah. All right. Have a good night, Dave. Take it sleazy.
Are you ready to talk like an adult now?
Are you ready to admit that you got kicked from the call now? Goodbye. Iron Gullet, do not make me ban you.
You couldn't do it if you tried.
Get out of here.
All right. Fine.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Power Falcon.
Are you?
Oh, are you kidding me?
Don't growl at me.
Shall I go on ahead? Dave?
No, only I will ban.
I didn't say that. Shall I move on?
Oh, go ahead.
Hold sec!
Are you in the military, Power Falcon?
All right, that's it.
Come on, Pooter, just answer this one question.
All right, that's it. Iron Gullet. Iron Gullet. I'm going to give you one last chance, and you're done. You break it again.
You didn't hear what you were saying. What were you going to say?
All right, that's it.
Vote sec. Okay, Dave, let me just start with the one that's good. But have you ever made pancake balls? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Fuck off. Go.
Oh, watch your mouth, Pooter.
Butter, you need to leave him alone because I need to permanently ban his ass.
I didn't do anything. I'm actually talking to you.
No.
I'm too fast for you, Dave. You can't ban me.
You're right. Except I can.
I've hacked Google's mainframe. I'm in there.
Dave, my question?
Hey, Pooter, why do you think Iron Gullet's racist?
Underhaven, I'm going to give you one warning.
Okay. Dave, have you ever or would you be... I
mean, warning.
There, he should be done.
Pancake balls has a Danish name. Would you or have you made them?
No, as a matter of fact.
Well, would you make them?
Sure.
It's a Danish name. I don't remember. I was watching a couple of infomercials, and it popped up. Anyway, two of the three, I think, topics. How do you view? Do you think we should defund the UN, considering what they just did?
No. It doesn't matter. We are the UN.
Well, it definitely needs reform, considering that they stood for the butcher of Tehran. Anyway, three
It
is...
doesn't matter. It means nothing.
Okay, dang it, now I forgot. Now I forgot what the other two topics were because they had to deal with the idiots.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh, wait, I got it now. Dave, how much would it be for on your Patreon for us to do a sort of a mod only commercial stream? Like a mods only watch stream.
I'm not going to do a mod only stream.
Okay. Never mind.
Sorry, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, never mind.
Anything else?
You know what? I'm done. Owen Iron Gullet, Votsek.
Well, I don't even. Iron Gullet is gonna pop up. I think I pretty much banned his ass. Two people that I don't know who the hell they are. What the hell? I'll give him 30 seconds. Whatever. What do you want?
Hey, brother, are you ready to talk about why you're racist?
Hey,
Yeah? What? You can try to ban me?
yeah,
Yeah? 2 days ago, you watched
I
Fresh and Fit.
could. I
2
could.
days ago, you watched Fresh and Fit.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you want to go look?
No, I didn't.
You did, though.
Anyway,
Want to
even if
look?
I even if I did, what's your fucking point?
Yeah, why do you hate black women? Why do you hate women in general?
Except Fresh and Fit. What is that podcast headed by?
You can still be racist if you're black.
Oh, you can still be racist if you're black. Okay,
Yes.
You're a fucking idiot. Goodbye.
Nope. Okay, so you can't. I'm not an idiot. What are you talking about? What?
Oh, you're not? Boom. I can just say under heaven?
Meow.
Anything you say?
Why are you trying to get rid of me? Why are you so afraid of the truth?
Why are these people able to invade my chat without my
Because I'm
permission?
special. I'm built different.
Yeah, well, you're not anymore. Anything to say, Underhaven? Underhaven? No, Underhaven.
Why are you actually afraid to have this conversation with Dave? Come on, man.
Because one, you know I'm not racist. Two, you're
No,
just a,
no,
you're
that's the
just a
exact
sorry,
opposite.
You're
That's the
just a
exact
sorry ass
opposite.
sack of shit attempting to get fucking white pity. Now fuck off. I have booted you.
I left. What do you want?
Look, man, there's nothing wrong with being able to talk about your racism. with
Oh
somebody
my
else,
god,
okay?
I am so
We can have
done
this
with
conversation.
This motherfucker.
We can have
Done.
this conversation.
Piss off.
Anyway, what do you want?
I don't want anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I left, and then you were like, "Hey, Underhaven." All right, I'm out of here.
No,
Have a good
I
night.
didn't want to. I didn't mention you. You popped up on my feed.
Are you
All
done?
right, all right. I'm out of here, Dave. Have a silly night.
Fine.
All right, brother. Ready to have a conversation now?
No, I really have to say in all this insanity is people wonder how white people conquered the fucking world. Good night, everyone.
Hey, tell me how white people conquered the world. I'm here looking.
Open up a fucking tab.
Open up a tab. Okay.
Go
I'm
to
opening
the
up a tab.
tab. Go to
All right.
Go to Wikipedia.
Okay, I'm going to Wikipedia. What's up? What am I looking for?
And go to the world 1928 and you'll find out why.
The world 1928. Why do I want to go?
Goodbye.